Well, when a cannabis dispensary in Grayville, Illinois opened, many Hoosiers were surprised to see a billboard in Indiana advertising the location because cannabis, marijuana, is illegal in Indiana. Well, after concerns from lawmakers, the business is making changes. Eyewitness News' John Yealy has details.
It's ongoing, but I also think that a lot of the concern is related to some misunderstanding about cannabis, especially with a lot of the people in Indiana.
Terrabis, the new cannabis dispensary in Grayville, Illinois, is just a stone's throw away from Indiana, where the plant is still completely illegal. After installing a billboard on I-64 just before entering Illinois, the business received a lot of attention, both from advocates and lawmakers who were decidedly less enthusiastic.
We are glad that we are influencing a state precedent for cannabis advertising in Indiana, and we were happy to comply. So this is something that we did do voluntarily. We weren't required to do this, but we decided to do it in order to be as collaborative as possible.
The issue was raised by Indiana State Senator Blake Dorio, a Republican from Goshen, due to concerns it could cause confusion for Hoosier residents. The compromise was reached that the billboard would stay up, but now with a disclaimer. By voluntarily adding the disclaimer, Terrabis says they avoided being legally compelled to do so by legislative action.
There was some sentiment in the Indiana General Assembly to vote to make a law that would require such a disclaimer. Personally, we don't think that that's worth the time and money of the taxpayers or the lawmakers in Indiana to force such a law in place.
Eyewitness News reached out to State Senator Dorio, though we have not heard back. Terrabis is hopeful that the lawmakers will educate themselves about what they call the potential benefits that legal cannabis could bring. The Terrabis spokesperson went as far as to say,
there are numerous studies that show cannabis access is associated with reduced rates of opioid use, abuse, and opioid-related hospitalizations, traffic fatalities, and deaths. So whether they're coming to our recreational dispensary to purchase these items, they could have a positive impact on the surrounding community.
Democratic State Representative Kyle Miller says he is encouraging his fellow lawmakers to do more research on the topic, while touting the economic boom it could bring to the state.
We have the opportunity to look at these states around us and across the country that have already done this and say what's working, what's not working. From our point of view, we could continue to fund at an even greater level schools and our municipalities and a lot of these different services that Hoosiers depend on to a much greater degree.
Terrabis says the billboard on I-64 will be updated with a disclaimer by the end of this week, and more Indiana billboards are in the plans. John Yealy, Eyewitness News.